Welcome to the Toffee Blues Extra Show, your midweek extra source of all things Everton. I'm here with Paul. You may have noticed I'm not Jerry. If you're on the podcast, you might hear I don't sound like Jerry. I don't look like Jerry. So yeah, I'm Tom. I'm going to host this extra show for us. It's going to be an extra midweek thing for you to listen to because a week's a long time without Everton. So we're going to give you a little extra. I'm here with Paul McAllister today. Welcome, Paul. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me on, mate. Let's rock and roll. I know normally when we've got Jerry here, we've got a nice soft-voiced American to keep us all balanced, but we'll do it. Just the two of us, just two Scouse lads to this week.
Yeah, a bit of Scouse power add to the podcast. We should be all good. But our first segment anyway, we're going to start off with, in conclusion, Everton 3, Brighton 1. It was a good win. I've been in Barcelona over the weekend, unfortunately, so I managed to catch most of the match, but my girlfriend dragged me out to the sports bar halfway through, so I managed to catch most of it. But what did you think of it, Paul? Can you catch me up on what happened?
Yeah, I was sat in the lower ladders. I thought we started really good, you know. I don't normally... What really helps the atmosphere at Goodison, if there's an early chance, if the game kind of just starts and it kind of just plods along and there's no real flashpoints for the first 15, 20 minutes, then the crowd just tends to, I wouldn't say get restless, but just tends to not really get fully involved in the game sort of thing. And the players kind of sense that and there's not really any urgency. But one thing I really liked is that we came out attacking straight away. We looked like we'd been told to get an early goal. Sigurdsson had a few chances early on. He probably should have done better with at least one of them. We should have been 1-0 up after 5-10 minutes, but it was, you know, he came close, but there was no sense that, oh God, we're going to regret missing that. I thought from the opening 20 minutes, it's a matter of time here. A goal's coming, nobody worry. And then it came in, and Richarlison's goal was absolutely lovely. The finish was great, and the build-up play coming from the corner counter-attack, that was absolutely brilliant. The type of football that we'd never have seen that last season, and we didn't see much of it under Ronald Koeman, and we definitely didn't see much of it under Martinez in the last two seasons. So goals like that it was a real highlight reel type thing, and that best goal at Goodison I can remember probably since maybe Tom Davis's one against City.
Yeah,
and I don't say that lightly. It was such a lovely goal to behold, and to see it from where I sit in the local, to see it going all the way down the other end with Richarlison getting on the end of what was like a 50-yard run by Sigurdsson. It was just brilliant. And then the equaliser came about 10 minutes before half time, and I think it was just maybe a bit of complacency. I think after we got the first goal, kind of we got a bit took our foot off the pedal, and just that little bit, we kind of let them get on the ball a bit more and establish themselves, and that's all they needed. They got a corner, we played a little 1-2 with whoever they've got out wide. He got it in with a great cross, and Dunk, I think that was it. Dunk got above Zuma. Nothing Pickford could do, 1-1, and everyone's just kind of scratching their heads thinking, how's that happened? These haven't had a sniff. How are we 1-1? And after that goal went in, it was a little bit shaky. Well, no, not shaky. I'd take that back. It was just a little bit subdued. It was like our confidence had been shaken a little bit. But thankfully, we got in at half time. Silva said what needed to be said. We came out second half, and it was just back to normal. We really, really played great second half. So the Richarlison goal, the second one, that was gorgeous as well to watch, and that was just opportunism. That was one thing Lukaku never seems to do. He never seems to be alert. Do you know what I mean? When there was danger, like if you just paid that extra split seconds worth of attention, you could have been on goal then. That's what Richarlison done, and he got us the third, went round the goalie, brilliant goal. Coleman's great goal in between that, just after half time, that thunderbolt of a strike. So to wrap it up, I've spoken a while here. I just thought it was a really good day at the office. There was a little wobble in the first half, but it only lasted about 10-15 minutes. And when we got by in half time and we came back out again, everything was fine. There was nothing to be concerned about at all, really.
Yeah, I think the goal wasn't nothing to be worried about. But when I watched it back, I just thought it's another one. I blamed it on zonal marking. I know Dunk out-jumped Zuma, and Zuma didn't really get to the ball as much as he should have done. But I was looking at it thinking, isn't that another goal that we can put down to zonal marking? I don't think the players grasped it as much as they should have done. by now. I think they've been working with that system for a while. It's not one that I'm massively an advocate of anyway, but if Silva's going to do it, we've got to work with it. And I just don't think our players have quite grasped it so far. We're still not defending corners convincingly. Would you put that down to a lack of experience with zonal marking?
Yeah, probably, because a lot of these defenders we've come into the team over the past year or 2 years. Did any of them play zonal marking at the previous clubs? I don't think they did, really. Zuma didn't play zonal marking at Stoke. I don't think Keane ever played zonal marking at Burnley or last season under any of the managers we had then. Holgate's never really done zonal marking at any point when he's ever been in the first team. So, yeah, I get what you're saying. It's taken a while to bed in. Probably taking too long now because what's that? At least half a dozen goals already this season that we've conceded from it. So, as you said, Silva looks like he's not going to get rid of it. He's going to persist with it, and we're just going to have to get used to it. But I agree with what you're saying. We can't be just never getting any better. We need to see progress with it. We can't just be conceding goals every week or two, thinking, "Oh, how avoidable was that?" Do you know what I mean? Because it was avoidable, that goal.
Yeah, definitely. I think they were beautiful goals though. On the bright side, it was a brilliant performance, and every single goal was just like one of the best. Like, they weren't average goals; they were all wonderful goals, as you say. The first one on the counter attack, seconds after defending a corner, just straight up the pitch. It's so refreshing to see speed like that in an Everton team. Like, especially when we lacked pace so much last season, it's really refreshing to see. And obviously the other two goals, great to see Coleman silence his critics as well. I know Coleman got quite a bit of stick last week. He has been below par recently I think since he came back from injury a while ago, but he hasn't really hit the heights since his first game back from injury really. But he's proven his critics wrong now, and he's probably coming back. And although he sometimes looked a little shaky defensively, going forward he's still one of the best. He's still completely got it, hasn't he? He's got that fierce shot on him as well. And he's definitely you can't put him down because he'll bounce back every time. And obviously the other goal from Richarlison was lovely as well, to see him go past Shane Duffy, slalom around him after this loose pass from Lewis Dunk. Because I think they're two of the most solid centre backs in the Premier League, and I know they're not at the best standard in terms of team. With all respect to Brighton, I do think they're two very solid centre backs, and Richarlison just kind of bullied them in a way. So I think in a way it's starting to look like we're finally replacing Romelu Lukaku. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, when we signed Richarlison, I don't think anyone envisioned him going up front in the number 9 role. Not really. But I don't think we'll see him on the left now much. I think he's kind of established himself as a striker, like Arnautovic did at West Ham under Moyes.
Yeah.
Sort of thing, because he's different from Tosun, isn't he? Tosun's a good finisher, I think, but he maybe lacks a bit of speed and he lacks the physicality against the biggest defenders, guys like Toffee and Dunk, who are big strapping lads. Tosun's not going to win any kind of physical battles with them, you'd think. So Richarlison's got the build for that. He can lead the line, he's quick, he's alert, as I touched on earlier on. He's not greedy in a way, not in a bad way. I mean, obviously, if he's clean through on goal, he's not going to pass it to somebody, but he's kind of willing to sacrifice himself when he needs to, and that's good. That's a good thing in having a striker. And one thing I like about him as well is that he doesn't when he gets hurt, he doesn't kind of just like roll around on the floor and make a big scene and, what's the word? He's not like Will Saha the other week, where he's constantly moaning to referees, going, "Oh my God, tell these players to stop kicking me, get the physio on. Oh my God, I feel so sore." He has been targeted the last couple of weeks. He has gone down and he has got a bit of treatment, but he's always kind of like, he's got that attitude of, look, right, just put a bandage on it and let me get back on quick.
Yeah.
Because I thought when he went down in the first half, I think it was not long for half time, I thought he was going off. Personally, I thought, he looks like he's in a bit of pain there and he's limping. I think we'll have to make a change here. I saw Tosun and Calvert-Lewin warming up, but no, he went off to the side. He was off the pitch for 20 seconds and he ran back on and he just ran it off. And I really like that in a striker. We need that sort of attitude. I don't want to have a player who's kind of like made of glass type thing, where he's got a lot of flair, he's got a lot of ability, but as soon as someone bullies him, he kind of just sulks and feels sorry for himself. I really like that about Richarlison. He's got a kind of, right, if you're just gonna kick me and target me, then I'm just going to get on the ball and embarrass you, and basically make a show of you, which is what he done to Duncan Toffee. As you said, he ran rings around them all afternoon.
Definitely, he did. You can show his physical side as well. He may have to beef up a little bit if he's going to be a centre forward long term. But I think there was one occasion where he shoved Dunk over in the air. They had a little area battle, and Dunk ended up on the floor. And that's quite a feat against what is he 6'5" centre back or something like that. And he knocked him over, and he's definitely getting that physical side of the game, because we've seen him. Maybe in his first couple of games as centre forward, obviously he's a quality centre forward, but he was getting pushed around a little bit. But obviously, as you say, he can take it, but he can give it out now as well, it looks like. So that's definitely a promising sign anyway. So there was a lot of promising signs from the match anyway. But really good match, Everton 3, Brighton 1. So we'll wrap it up there anyway. In conclusion, so give Paul a follow on his on Twitter. His handle is below P_McAllister123, and give yourself a follow as well, Tom Clark 40. Hope you like the show. Please like, comment, and subscribe below to the Toffee Blues, and thanks for watching.